Hey, welcome back to No Hype Beer Reviews. Unless it's your first time, then welcome. Please consider subscribing. If you do, hit the notification bell, get all the updates. Really excited for today's video. I'm also nervous a little bit, if I'm being honest. So it's Cellar Saturday, where I try to take something off the shelf down here and actually drink it instead of just having it be background. And was definitely in the mood for a bourbon barrel aged stout. And I'm like, oh, I have these old 10 Fiddies. I'm nervous because some people got in my head like I know they're doing a better job of lining cans, but some people got me nervous about like aging beer in cans. So I'm a little nervous because this one is from I think it's 2016. Yeah, this is from 2016. So it's not quite 5 years old, but it is 2021 that I'm reviewing it. It's back when they were doing those stovepipe, almost said hat like Lincoln cans. So it's one pint plus 3.2 fluid ounces. It's 12.9% ABV. So with the barrel aging, it's pulling out apparently a lot of that spirit and increasing the ABV. And it says kangaroo sauce. I don't know if that was something we were joking about in 2016. I don't know why it says kangaroo sauce. But anyway, let's get into it. Nice full can. I'm already smelling chocolate roast. That's a good sign. It's pouring out a very dark brown with black mixed in, kind of like really dark cola color, like root beer. Nice level of head. Almost exactly 2 fingers of a dark mocha, small bubbles. I mean, that looks beautiful. The aging in a can, maybe I should specify. I do think aging in a can in a lot of ways is good. 0 sunlight. If it's sealed properly, you're not getting any oxygen, so you can age it even longer. I'm just nervous about like if the lining leached out chemicals that I don't want in my body. Like that's what I meant by it. It looks like it aged beautifully though. I mean, it's a beautiful looking beer. I can't get over that. It's going down a little bit, but not too fast. Anyway, let's get into the aroma. Yeah, I mean, it definitely has that nice chocolate roast, and it's about as much roast as you could think the stout could naturally get on its own without coffee being added. If I was doing this blind, maybe I'd be toying with the idea of coffee being in it, but it is definitely very roasty, but very believable that it would come just from the base beer. There's a nice soft vanilla and oak. I'm not, at least on the aroma, I'm not getting specific bourbon or like bourbon notes, but I am getting vanilla from it, obviously, and then the oak specifically. But yeah, it's kind of lacking the spirit oomph that I was hoping for. Hint of coconut. It's less than the vanilla. There's a hint. So again, it's got things that the barrel will kick out, the bourbon barrel specifically will kick out, but it doesn't have the bourbon note, which is kind of interesting and a little disappointing. But that being said, it smells killer. Let's get into the taste. Cheers. Can lining chemicals have never tasted so good. No, that's a really good beer. It's a little less roasty than I thought it would be based on the aroma. It's still a very roast forward beer in general, but based on the aroma, that is toned down more than my expectation was. I do get a little bit of vanilla. I definitely get some of that oak, which is nice. There's a lovely level of chocolatiness. Like I was saying about the aroma as well, I wouldn't think this has coffee added. It is definitely roasty in a beer base way. That coconut, I gotta look for it. They got in the aroma. I can't say coconut. I have a caramel. If it wasn't so sweet, there's a little bit of that in there though, which is very pleasant. I do get a real little bit of the bourbon. That would be my actually, I was gonna say my biggest critique, probably my only critique of this beer. It smells and drinks almost exactly how I want it to, especially with this much age on it. I just wish I had a little bit more of the bourbon, but the oak level is nice, and again, it's kicking out some things. I think it's drinking great. I didn't really know with this amount of time, but again, you minimize the oxygen almost to nothing. You no light, so I could see why it would age slower in a can. That'd be an interesting conversation. If people are interested to put in the comment section below. I'm more interested in people's thoughts on that than if I just put poison into my body because of the chemical leaching. But I know I'm going to get at least one of those comments, and that's good because people care about me, and that's nice. It's nice to be cared about. Back to the beer. So it's delicious. It's not overly sweet at all, which this style can be. There's a little bit of warmth given where the ABV is. I'm not surprised, but it's certainly not a detractor. It's not unpleasant. It's delicious. It's not ashy in its roast, which is, I don't mind that in a beer. I was thinking it might go a little that way, and it doesn't. But the ash, the reason I say that is this seems like a really nice beer to have like with a cigar, which I've not done in a long time that I think about it. But yeah, this is aged nicely. This is delicious. And yeah, just wish I had more of the bourbon specific. It's my only critique of this at this time. I'm repeating myself, which is how I know it's time to wrap this up. Thank you for watching. I really appreciate it. It seems like people are liking these Cellar Saturday videos. If this has inspired you to get something that you've been aging, what are you drinking right now? Or what do you plan on taking out of the cellar and drinking? Check me out on Instagram and Untapped. It's No Hype Beer Reviews in both those places. So always please like, comment, subscribe, and most importantly, imbibe. Cheers, everyone.